Hello, everyone.
Greetings.
It is today, and can you dig it here to bring you a special announcement as usual?
So we have so listen. We're gonna go through the algorithms for you today, and we're gonna give you a very huge component to this algorithm. So understand that we are not trying to get likes or money or anything. We're simply trying to draw attention to a system that is in place that all the governments are participating, and they are killing us systematically. We're simply trying to show you that this is indeed real, and we're going to walk you through it to show you how to do it for yourself. I've been doing a lot, and the more I've been playing with it, the more things I've been finding. But like we said before, these people, you'll find that after they have these particular magnificent events, you'll find that 13 years later, they're murdered and so forth. But more importantly, you'll find that when they mark the people for death, they mark them with the number 62. And they tell them, okay, well, it's time for this person to die. So they will put a number 62 on them and mark them and then kill them. They do this prior to death. Some people they do it when they're children. For example, Michael Jackson, they marked Michael Jackson when he was like 10 years old. Aaliyah, they marked her. And what I just recently found is not only can they mark you before they kill you, I found out in Aaliyah's case, which is a very special case, they actually marked her after her death. So let me get into it a little bit with you. So, let me take a quick look at Aaliyah. Let me get a little bit of space, baby. All right, so we're looking at Miss Aaliyah, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody can see that. Aaliyah Dana Halton is her name, okay? So, if you're looking at Aaliyah, for anyone over there, for you folks out there who are not familiar with me, take a look at some of my older videos. But take a look at this. If anyone out there isn't sure whether or not Aaliyah was murdered for sacrifice or whether or not it was a plane crash, we will give you definitive evidence to let you know she was murdered. It was a sacrifice. So
via plane crash.
Via plane crash. But do you have the video of her being brought into the plane unconscious? Find that child. Okay, so check it out. Let me show you how to do it really quick. And I'm sharing this. I don't want to make any money from this. I want everyone to do this, because if everyone knows how to do it, everyone can look at the pattern and we can stop them from killing us. There's just they're killing us left and right. All these things going on in the world seems crazy. All these are nothing but sacrifices. So we look at Aaliyah's death, and we'll tell you why Aaliyah died and who killed her and who was the benefactor. Okay? So let's look at her. Aaliyah, beautiful girl, sweet girl. She was just a baby.
You want me to show you what?
The article where they brought her, put her on the plane. She was already unconscious when they put her on the plane.
I didn't have that.
Okay, I'll find it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm trying to.
This girl, sweet girl, 22 years old. So let's look into the events of the details of her death. Airplane crash, right? Okay, boom, check it out. Airplane crash. Abaco Islands of the Bahamas, killing the pilot and 8 passengers on board. Okay, see that little Cessna 402? August 25th, 2001. Aaliyah's death, right? So, let's do this. All right, so if you Wikipedia is showing you everything. They don't even hide it. They put everything out there in front of you. The things you want to look for, there's numbers. They number these people a particular way. And when you look at the numbers, see this number 2 right here? Mm-hmm. You see, look. You're going to go down to Wikipedia, and as you're going down, you're going to see numbers. See 4, 6, and 7? See, all those numbers mean something completely different that you don't know what it means. Now, this number right here, 13, that's death. Okay? When you see the 13, that is death. And whenever you're going through these articles and you see the number 13, that is death. Now, here's the other part that's sexy as fuck. If you want to know who killed her, you go to the number 62. You find the number 62 in the different newspaper articles, and check it out. 59, 60, 61, and 62. Boom. So, 62.
Do you know that 62 rocked the boat?
Check it out.
I just want to make a note. Rock the Boat is the video she was
Well, I'm
filming
about to pull it up. I'm about to pull it up. Check it out. She was filming the video Rock the Boat. Let me back it up okay. She was filming the video Rock the Boat the day she was murdered. Understand, she was murdered. She was murdered in the Bahamas. So let me show you how to do it. 62. Boom. See? Boom. All right, we hit 62, and it takes us to this article. And let's look at what the article says. Number 62. The article says, Aaliyah, check it out. Aaliyah posts Muhammad Sleep tops album charts. Went from, check it out. Her sales boost and jumped from 62,000. Boom. You dig? She was marked there. It jumped from 62,000. That's what she was marked at once it got to 62. And they killed her. You dig? So check it out. What I found out about her was, not only can they mark you before you die, in Aaliyah's case, they marked her after she died because of the 62. You dig? And you're going to also find out, you see, it jumped 62,000 to 306,000. Also, 6 weeks. Look what happened once she died. You see that once she died, her sales went up. I think they called the Madonna effect or something. But once she died, her sales went up by 19 times. Her sales grew by 19. It was 19 times higher than originally. So, who killed her, and who gets the reward? So, anyone who's watching me and familiar with the Santana effect, you understand that it's very, very simple. The place where the murder happens, we're not going to call it a sacrifice because these people aren't aware of this. It's a sacrifice to me if people are kind of involved with it, and that's how I look at it. In my opinion, you film it your way you want. But this is just a plain, straight out murder that they sacrificed her, but it's a murder. It's simple. The place that does the sacrifice gets the reward. Simple as that. So, what you want to do is you want to look at Aaliyah's death. We're going to go back. As we go back, we're going to see again number 62. You understand? And we go back again. And let's look at Aaliyah's death and where did she die? She died in Abaca Islands, Bahamas, right? In 2001, right?
Yeah.
So, without looking at anything, I know to add 13 years to that date. And it's going to tell you who was the benefactor and what their prize was for murdering Aaliyah. So check me out. If we look at the Bahamas, well,
you know what's crazy though? I think that it is so sickening how Wikipedia has these numbers within
all of the media outlets know.
Exactly.
They all
it's so crazy.
The media is involved.
Because you understand where 62 is on her Wikipedia is right at Rock the Boat. And Rock the Boat video is literally what killed her. So
that was like it tells you who killed her. Check it out.
I mean, this is crazy.
Check it out. Look, listen. This is crazy. This is so crazy. It's so crazy. Before we go there, let me show you what happened. 13 years later, this is the payoff. Do you still have it up?
Oh no.
Let's pull it up. I'll pull it up. No problem. So 13 years later, this is what you're going to find. What happens? So we know where the murder was. We know it was in the Bahamas. So we're going to look at 2014 Bahamas.
Yeah.
And ask what the Bahamas, anything special happened in the Bahamas in 2014. Boom. What's it going to say? Bam. The first fucking Bahamas Bowl. The Bahamas Bowl, the 2014 Bahamas Bowl killed Aaliyah. Aaliyah is dead because the Bahamas received the 2014 first.
Popeye's
And remember,
Bahamas
it's
Bowl.
always the first. It's the first, not the second. It's always the first. They received the first. So if you want to know how Aaliyah is dead and who killed her and why she's dead, she is dead because the Bahamas Bowl took place in 2014, and for that to take place, they had to murder her in the Bahamas in 2001. Coincidence? Cool.
Just like the marathon bombing
Well, check it out.
And then 13 years later, they get the World Cup.
No, but check it out. Let's talk about people that you like. I'm not gonna get into his whole algorithm right now, but let's get into Michael Jackson. How about that? Y'all know Michael Jackson? You ever heard of him? Did Michael Jackson die or was he sacrificed? It's simple. Do you know? He was sacrificed. How do we know? Pull him up. Understand that these are the codes that all of the media and the systems are using, that they know what these numbers mean. So they're killing everybody and they know about this shit in advance. The media is the devil. The media is worse than the vaccine companies. The media is worse than all of them.
No.
No, they're worse.
They're the same.
No,
they're all one.
Yes.
They are all one.
You're right.
Please, everyone,
Right.
please know.
You're not dealing with different companies.
You're dealing with
it's only one company.
Yes,
one company is running. There is no Sprint, AT&T, and Nextel, and all those. It's one company. You're only dealing with one singular company. That's why when I fixed worldwide blindness, you understand that I knew I was going to break the world, because if you want to break the world, all you got to do is fix one thing. You ain't got to fix 100 things. Just fix one thing and you break the entire world. Understand, if somebody has a cure for diabetes, they will break the world. If somebody has a cure for cancer, they break the world. Well, I happen to have the cure for blindness, preventable blindness for the whole world. So I broke the world. You're going to find out March the 13th, 2020.
Yep, that was his sacrifice day.
My sacrifice day. They tried to murder me on a plane. That happens to also be the first day of the reset. March the 13th was the beginning of the new reality. The world started over on March 13th, 2020. What else happened that day? Bill Gates was fired that day. In addition to that day, Breonna Taylor was murdered that day.
Yes.
Her boyfriend sacrificed her. Her boyfriend set her up and got her murdered, Breonna Taylor. We'll go through it later. But dig it. Michael Jackson, y'all like him, right?
We all love Michael.
So, let's just look at him for a little bit. And without going through a whole bunch of shit, let me just walk you through it and show you how despicable they are. Like, you have no idea how disgusting they are and what they did to Michael. And when they did it to Michael. So, go on here. 13 is always going to be death. 62 is going to be who killed them and who was the benefactor. English? Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna go through Michael Jackson another day, because Michael Jackson is so fantastic that there's some certain things I want to point out to you that I believe needs your attention. So let's just go with this simple thing.
Let's blow it up some. This font is so little, and I know it's small because he has so much, and they got to get it all on the page.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's just a magnificent.
No, he's
Michael
Jackson. Exactly. He's Michael Jackson.
So we get into the numbers. Okay. So understand, where are we at? Are we near 60 yet? 56, 57? 57,
61.
61, and 62.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, it went all over the place.
I know it's a whole bunch of, but that's the
okay, I see.
So they're putting up the article now.
Gotcha. It's the computer moving slow.
Yeah. You can't win.
Ooh.
Michael Jackson Wiz. Okay, so
you can't win.
So I haven't seen any of this stuff, so I'm just doing this for you random people,
we don't know.
We don't know what's going to come to you, but it shows you who killed who and why they killed. Like, I'm gonna tell you how bad it is.
Ooh,
check it out.
Very gordy.
For the folks who, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna tell you who killed everybody. Not today, but I've been letting everybody know. Check it out. Check it freaking out, man. Like, they are so.
And for those of you who may not be familiar with The Wiz was the black people's version of The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Okay, so let me show you how wide open they are with what they do. And because you don't know what they mean, and
hit dismiss.
None of us really should know what they mean, because we're just reading newspaper articles trying to figure out what happened to people that we may have been fans of. But check it out. I grabbed an article from Wikipedia, directly from Wikipedia, and just to show you, like, they're doing this so public, and as soon as you see how they're doing it, you get to see, here it comes, boom, where we at? Bow. Look at this. This is the murder of George Floyd, memorial 2 days after George Floyd. Check it out. 2 officers further restrained Floyd and prevented onlookers from intervening. As Floyd repeatedly pleaded that he could not breathe. 13. That's death. During the 2 final minutes of his life, Floyd was motionless and had no pulse. But Chauvin, the murderer, 62. Okay, like listen, these are transparent. They're not even trying to hide it from you. Okay, they're not even trying to hide it from you.
They are not. And listen, you got people coming out like Kanye. Ye has come out and even admitted himself that his mother was sacrificed.
Absolutely.
Now, let me be the first to say it, since no one else wants to say it and everybody wants to twist his words. He did not have anything to do with his mother's sacrifice, other than him being Ye.
That's it. Okay?
He did not do that. But I can tell you that the same people who are responsible for Donda West's death are the same people who are responsible for Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman.
They still are.
Okay?
The same exact people. The same people. All of them all come from that damn house.
You know, OJ's trial was a national sensation. We had never seen anything like that, to go and witness a court trial like this, and all the theatrics with the glove and all the dream team, and and who was on that dream team?
Kardashian.
Johnny Cochran, he died too. Rob Kardashian, he died too. Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Consider this. Consider this. That's something that you have, that when you're looking at these different things and looking at different people, we are busy. We are fucked up right now, humanity, and we are going through a very, very tough time, all of us. And we see things happen, but we don't recognize the patterns, and they won't recognize because they look a little different. But I want you to understand something. I want you to understand JFK, Bruce Lee, Donald Trump, Santana Nottage, Dr. Dre, Bill Cosby, Dr. Dre, Dr. J. All of these millionaire black men, and including Donald Trump, all of them sons were killed. See, we don't look at it and say, hey, what happened to Bill Cosby's son? You don't look at it and see what happened to Dr. Dre's son, and don't know the same people who killed Bill Cosby's son are the same one who killed Dr. Dre's son. And I know who the fuck did it. But I fixed worldwide blindness. So I'm hiding in Mexico because of the murder attempts on me. So I'm trying to tell you that they're trying to murder all of us. You understand that this shot they took us was meant to just kill everybody. Dig it. But guess what?
And let me tell you something. I want to put some light on somebody. Go to YouTube for me, honey. Put in this lady's name, Gloria Velez.
Velez, you did it. But we gonna put it in. While you're doing that,
okay.
I want to give a big can you dig it?
Oh no!
Mr.
No! What? We're gonna give it to Dave Chappelle, but no, we're gonna give you some real time. I wanna show you the person who really opened my eyes to this sacrifice stuff. Because listen, I am just like you all. I'm just like you guys. I'm not in Hollywood. I'm a regular person.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, he's.
I'm above all of you. I am better than all of
you. Well, he has spoken, hasn't he? So, a few years ago, I happened to run across a video about this girl who some of you may remember from like the late 90s, early 2000s. She was like the hot video girl. She was in Jay-Z's Big Pimpin' video. I mean, she was in everybody's everything because she's just very voluptuous. She's a beautiful girl. And she comes out and she's talking about how Tupac saved her life from being sacrificed because she is the mother of Aaron Hall's son. And so I clicked on it because I'm like, what is this about? But the world is very strange at this 3 years ago. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and listen to what everyone has to say, because I know how it feels to have something happen in your life and you try to tell people and they get to just brush you off and make you seem like you're crazy.
That's called a nigga.
Or you're trying to.
That's called a nigga.
Yeah.
You get dismissed.
Yeah, exactly.
Dismissed. That's just a nigga.
Yeah, they treated her like a nigga because Gloria Velez was simply just a young, beautiful woman who was giving this society what they said that they wanted from a woman. So because she did that, they get to call her a video hoe, a video vixen, yada, yada, yada. But everybody wants her in her video. This is the culture. This is how they do us. So I'm going to try to find the spot when she talks about what happened to her. Because people are coming out with their stories.
He was just getting a feel of the whole... Everybody was going to sign with Death Row. You know, you got Pac, you got Casey and JoJo, you got Snoop. It was amazing to be a part, you know. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Aaron's super talented, and they want him to be a part of Death Row Records. We were invited to a Mother's Day event, 1996, and all of Death Row family and friends were supposed to join, come and watch, you know, their relatives perform for them. So I thought that was a beautiful thing. I was going to get my hair and nails done, and Aaron was like, I can't take you. Tupac is going to take you and make sure you're good and safe. I was like, oh, okay. You know, we're in LA, and, you know, my first time out there, so okay, he's going to make sure I'm safe. I didn't think nothing of it. And at that time, him and Pac were talking. Things seemed a little antsy. He was more on edge than usual, Aaron. And so Aaron said he had to go to a meeting. That's why he couldn't, you know, take me to get my hair and nails done. And it was an important meeting, and he couldn't miss it. So Pac's going to hold me down. So I go to the salon. You know, me and Pac had deep conversations. That was the first time I've ever been alone with him and actually one-on-one. I mean, he schooled me on life. He schooled me on becoming a mom. He schooled me on just so many things that I would never forget our conversation. Ever forget our conversation about this industry. I mean, me being 17 and all this is in front of me, and it's a wow. It's a wow
underage
factor, you know, all these celebrities and, you know, in the studio and video shoots, and this man is so deeply spiritual, so connected with, you know, himself and the worldly things that are going on. He just knew so much, and I'm grateful that I got that opportunity to have with him. And then we met up with Aaron after I got my nails and, you know, hair done. We went to the hotel, and Aaron's extra, you know, stress and pacing back and forth, and him and Pac start talking. So he's extra mean, extra just everything. And I felt like there was something going on. It's more than just business. So to let you know, allegedly, when he was, you know, going to this meeting, he was kind of pleading for my life. You know, some of these people, to be down with the cause, you got to sacrifice people, which is insane to me. And allegedly, they told him, you know, there come a dime a dozen of her. You know, she could be replaced. I don't care if she's pregnant. Laughing. You can get a pretty young thing, and it's no big deal. So allegedly, he said, no, I'll be damned. I'm not going to do that. I love her. You know, I'll die for her. So they went back and forth, and allegedly it was said, it's going to happen if you like it or not. So he buys me a white dress to go to the event, right? And like the day of the event now, we're getting dressed, and he's extra antsy and very mean to me. I mean, he was mean, but he was mean. And everybody knows he was, you know, violent, verbally, physically, emotionally. But you got to understand, I was 17, naive, young, you know, so I loved him. You know, when you love someone, you make excuses for people, you know. You know, he treats you so well one minute, and the next minute he be so ugly, and then you
what they become
hold
a part
on
of.
to the goodness
this is our government is,
you know?
The CIA and
so
FBI are doing it. The CIA and FBI.
So the day of it, we're getting dressed, and we're leaving the hotel, and we're waiting outside in front for our limo. And Casey and JoJo was standing outside waiting for their limo as well. And Aaron was just grabbing me and just being aggressive, and I hate this dress, and I'm like, you bought it for me, like, what are you, like, you crazy, you know, like, what's going on, like, why are you so, he was so angry, he wanted to argue with me, but I wasn't giving it to him, I was not, there was something eerie in the air for me, that it was just something different, and Casey and JoJo was talking to him, trying to calm him down, and pray with him, so right there, that was kind of a God sent an angel, both of them, trying to calm him down, pray with him, talk to him, and trying to refocus his mind.
This dude
So
fighting
that means
demons.
that Casey and JoJo is involved in that shit. All of these systematic
Supporting the
people,
music,
all of these
video
systematic
shoots,
people are participating in this shit, and they do the most god awful things because they caught up in this shit.
Yep.
Everybody is sacrificed. They all compromise. All of them got legal problems and all that shit.
KC was there to destroy Mary J. Blige.
No.
I'm just telling you.
You're thinking about Rihanna was put there just to get Chris Brown.
Yeah,
Because
same
everybody
thing.
just looks at the Rihanna and Chris Brown fight. See what Rihanna got 13 years after she fucked up Chris Brown. That was a hit to fuck up Chris Brown. Chris Brown is an alpha. He is a god.
Yeah, he's everything. He does everything. He's an artist.
He's beautiful.
He's a musician.
He's everything.
He's everything.
And he's been noticed by the system, the real system that keeps the score. So understand, it's crazy.
So hold on. I want to finish this clip real fast.
Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want you guys to hear this.
I was, part of it. We were living out in a hotel, because we wasn't, living there. We was just recording, and he was just getting a feel of the whole. Everybody was gonna sign with them, bro. You got Pac, you got Casey and JoJo, you got Snoop. It was amazing to be a part,
Mm-hmm.
So.
She was going to dinner.
Yeah, Aaron's super talented, and they want him to be a part of Death Row Records. We were invited to a Mother's Day event.
A Mother's Day event.
1996.
And she was pregnant.
And all of Death Row family and friends were supposed to join. Come
Wait
and
a
watch,
minute. Somehow I got
their relatives perform for
thrown
them.
off. Sorry, guys. It went backwards somehow. Sorry.
Why would he put a white dress on me? It's like, dressing the lamb and
Sacrificial
giving her
lamb.
to
That's
the
what I said.
wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has different levels of love or how they should love someone. Obviously, he doesn't know how to love right. But I would never put my loved one in that situation, knowing that you're going into the wolves' den. You know what's going to happen. You know what they want to do. But you should have take me home on a plane or say, leave me alone, don't ever talk to me.
It was for him, though.
Play that back over and over again. The ride to I could honestly remember how I felt, a scared young girl, petrified, just emotionally distraught, but so in love with him at the time. Like literally in love with him. And, I want to give him excuses. That's what a lot of women do when you're abused. We give them excuses after excuses, but maybe he felt obligated to. He wanted to be famous. He wanted them to be accepted. But you gotta have limits and sacrifices, to want to be rich or to want to be famous. You gotta have limits. You can't. That limit of sacrificing a person shouldn't be ever.
Right.
So we go in the car, we drive to the venue, we pull up. He grabs my hand. The same thing he always says, look at me, don't look at no man. An aggressive person that, super controlling. The same routine. We walk in. So when we walk in before we enter the venue, of all the people and the cameras and all the family that's sitting down at the tables, this old lady was walking out, being escorted out actually.
Listen to this.
A mature lady. She was like in the 70s or 80s year old. Had an entourage. And she stopped Aaron and I. She grabbed my belly. And I was only 4 months, but super skinny. I wasn't even showing. And she says, don't worry, your son is going to be all right. He's going to be healthy and he's going to be good. Which we didn't know if we're having a boy or a girl. Then she looks at Aaron and tells him, you know what? You be good to her. You protect her. And she prayed on us. That's God. God sent an angel right there because his whole demeanor changed. Because he was trying to get angry in the car. He was trying to start a fight, maybe to justify what's going to happen or was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I play that over and over in my mind. Like, if that lady didn't stop or, she didn't say a prayer or Casey and Joe didn't pray outside the hotel, that was God sending him, like, what are you doing, Aaron? You know what I mean? You know of God. You know what I mean? You come from church. So we walk into the venue, cameras, video cameras, taking pictures. We greet people, still by his side. We walk into the back of the venue, because there's a stage, and so we walk in the back of the stage. He pulls a chair to the side of you see the stage, and there's the back entrance when you're performing and you're waiting to go on stage. So he puts a chair, sit here. I said, okay. But he was serious and aggressive. I was like, damn, he's like, I'm still have no idea. I'm oblivious of what's going on or what's going to happen or what they tend to do. This female, runs towards Aaron, and then he walks her halfway, grabs her, and they start talking, and they're in each other's face. So a 17-year-old's mind, you know what I'm thinking? They fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right? Simple as that, right?
She's screaming, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm here, I'm pregnant. Right. She's upset. Aaron's a hoe. He's the nasty man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, listen, what's so crazy and mind-boggling to me, I would never hit Aaron back, even though he was physically, physical with me. But anybody else that would confront me, I would fight. I was a fighter. I was brave. But with him, I didn't step up for myself until I had my child. Then I was like, enough is enough. But so when she was screaming, and I was like, what up, bitch? Let's go, So that was my mentality. That's hot. Even though I was pregnant, I was like, let's go, bitch. So I'm thinking Aaron's fucking her. She's upset. I'm here. He brought me here. So the mood changed. People started moving towards Aaron and I, men. And then I said, ooh, it felt eerie. I said, something's different. This is not, I'm fucking your man. This is
something different.
When your heart, you feel something's wrong.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then, so I shut up quick. I was looking at the room and saying, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's really going on.
Right.
Because I see the fear now in Aaron's face. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? So I see the fear that it's more than just they fucking, right? So within the commotion and people started moving towards, and you see the dudes, Pac runs. He runs towards Aaron, grabs up the girl, and says, nobody fucking touch her. Points to me. And he goes, she's family, she's Aaron's wifey. I told you nobody fucking touches her. So I looked and I was like, my mind's like, what the fuck is going on? He drags her out the side of the door. There's always back entrance to lead outside. And it was a back entrance, and a lot of people follow. When Pac moves, people follow. And they followed him outside. And then Aaron standing in front of me like a guard dog. He was like, don't move, don't say shit. I'm like, yeah, I had no idea what was going on. So we waited patiently until Pac came inside. And, my heart's racing because, your senses tell you something's wrong. That this is not right. Especially the people that you see around in the back, it's not like we're in blue tuxedos, we're in an all-white party. We got some thugs, we got some gangsters,
So, listen, you guys. Understand that this 17-year-old beautiful girl who is around all these stars and all the designer stuff. Yeah, she's beautiful. She was in everything at the time. Everybody's video. Jay-Z.
Nicole
Smith. Gloria Velez.
No, Nicole Smith from Our Eyes. She looks like her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. But Tupac literally intervened and stopped her. And you know what? She said that was 1996. And when did Pac get killed?
Oh, we can do Pac to do his numbers.
Yeah, we'll look at Tupac too because we haven't even looked at everyone.
We're trying to. I'm not trying to be smarter or better than everybody. I'm trying to show you this shit because I only got.
So Pac died in '96.
Oh.
So that same year that he saved her from her sacrifice,
there you go.
He was sacrificed.
Death row.
Death row.
Life for a life.
So
I'll go into it and give you the exact shit when
she would have been a double because understand she was with a child.
She's pregnant. That's why the Alec Baldwin thing.
Yeah.
The Alec Baldwin thing. Understand that Alec Baldwin, that right there was a sacrifice. And he's going to get rewarded twice because not only did he kill somebody, he also gets to sue the people who was there. Mm-hmm. So watch.
So
Alec Baldwin did that because in 13 years, he's running out of money and he needed that extra cushion for the rest of his life. So that's why he killed that woman.
Yep. So I'll put this in the link. I mean, in the description, so you guys can watch the rest of it, because it's a little more than 15 minutes. But I wanted you guys to hear it for yourself. This person who was going to be personally sacrificed, and an angel came in.
And these bitch ass niggas, like, it's cause these bitch ass niggas just jealous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they do baggy shit already, but it's like because he got a pretty girl, well, let's take his pretty girl because because they too fucking ugly to get a woman.
Listen,
these punk ass niggas.
Yeah, it was this industry is sick.
Monsters.
They are sick.
Monsters.
So understand that O.J. Simpson's trial was the most epic thing that we had ever seen on television.
It was a reality.
It was the first reality TV we had ever seen.
13 years later.
13 years after Nicole Brown and Ron Gold's murder, the world is introduced to another reality television that is still one of the biggest reality shows ever, called Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
How many seasons did it run?
13.
That's weird. It took 13 years. What about Wendy Williams?
13 seasons.
How many years was Martin Luther King the leader of the civil rights movement?
13 years.
How many years was Malcolm X the leader of the civil rights movement?
13 years.
Hey, wow. Is that a pattern? I mean, listen.
You guys.
Let me show you something real quick.
You guys. I didn't send you that picture. I thought I sent you that picture.
Let me show you something real fast. It's
my
over there.
iPhone.
I think so. Here's one here, but I don't know where yours is.
My iPhone. It's right there.
Oh, the gold one. That's an iPhone too. You forgot them. I have a man brain. Check me out. It's so transparent, and it's like,
it's sick.
It's so transparent. I mean, well, I apologize. Once you know what the numbers mean, it becomes very, very transparent. And you get to say, hey, I like David Chappelle. Please don't kill him. Please.
Yeah, we don't want him to go nowhere.
Don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Check me out. Has anybody ever heard of this guy right here? I apologize for my appearance. I can't eat. Well, I don't have any food. My babies have to eat. So I'll eat later. Oh, we're hiding in Mexico because they tried to murder me twice. March 13th, 2020. I have the film. And Brussels Airlines and AIG set out to try to murder me because fixing worldwide blindness broke the whole wide world, I promise you. You're not going to believe me because I'm a nigga. Because niggas ain't smart enough to do nothing like that. But as this goes along, and the people who've been watching from the beginning understand, the reason COVID happened is 100% you're looking at it. COVID is here because of me. 100%. But guess what? You don't have to believe it. But I swear to God, you're going to believe it as time goes on. You understand that worldwide blind. Understand that this is something. You got it perfect.
This was
little baby.
Yeah, the thing that
I got to go through. Let me tell y'all how this works. See, if you're arrogant enough to think that a whole world shut down because of you and you're that important, you're arrogant. And that's a very arrogant statement to make. But I'm making that statement. I'm telling you this exactly what the fuck it is. And I dare anyone to say it's not. Do it publicly. Do it publicly. Stand on your truth. I'm making a video. I'm exposing myself. I took my shirt off. I did everything. If you have something to say about me, say it publicly. Put your face on it. And stand on your truth. Other than that, shut the fuck up. If you're not willing to put your name and your face on your truth, shut the fuck up. 'Cause I'm going to eat your ass up. So, if you know what you're looking for, it becomes very, very simple. And the best part about it is you don't need someone else to tell you what to do. You can go and look for yourself, and you come up with your own. As you go into it and you study it more, if you choose to. No one does, because no one does any goddamn thing. Everybody just sits back and just listens to people. And they told us that a vaccine was going to prevent us from getting the damn virus, but everybody took the vaccine and still got it. Like, how does anyone argue about the safety of the vaccine when everybody who took the vaccine still got it? Weren't we supposed to take the vaccine so no one would get it? Maybe they lied to us. Maybe, what's that thing I found on Rumble today? The thing on Rumble, that conversation? Maybe they lied to us.
I'm not sure. I didn't have it.
All right, well, tell me if you know this guy. Have you ever heard of him? Where is he? Okay, that's what I got.
Did you find it?
I got it. I had to. If Dave, I'll get him later. I want
No, because we're gonna put some real time on Dave. So
Me too. Yeah, I want to
so
fast
okay.
forward it.
It's
I want to
okay.
fast forward and kind of show them. Just really quickly, some people they should, if they recognize these names, and when you see it, you're like, wait a minute. You mean they're not even trying to hide this shit? Check me out. Oh, Steph Curry. They sacrificed Steph Curry in 2035. He's going to be, I think, 47 years old. But he's getting sacrificed in 2035. Under Armour is a demonistic company. You don't understand it. If you don't understand it, understand. Under Armour is participating in nothing but witchcraft. Under Armour company boycott the fuck out of them. But put it like this. Whether you like them or not, whether you believe me or not, let me let you know, whenever you wear any article from wearing any article that bears the logo Under Armour, you are marked. They're literally marking every single one of their products with the number 62. It's a death indicator. Check it out. Like they fucking everything. Check it out. They gonna get 62 pairs of shoes because of a 62-point game for Steph Curry because they're gonna kill him. And check it out. 62 students in Oakland got because of Steph Curry. And check it out. They have one pair of glasses on their website. It's called the UAE Dominant WW62. Why? They could have put any word there. It's only one frame in their home website. And what's the size of their frame? 62 millimeters. It could be any fucking, that's not the standard size. But their only pair of glasses is a 62 millimeter pair of glasses. They're everything they do, they mark you with death with this 62. You're going to find, and it's going on all over the world. Check it out. Like 62-inch umbrella. Like really? You need to specify that the umbrella is 62 inches? Like, do we really have to say a 62-inch umbrella? Who bought an umbrella and say, hey, how many inches is your umbrella? Has anybody ever done that?
My Schwartz is bigger than yours.
Exactly that. Email sales, 62% off. Football, white XLT. Look, they keep on putting the 62s in everything because 62 means they are going to kill you. And they're doing it in different countries like the UA, England. They're doing it. See, that's Steph Curry. He's 34 years old now. Definitely 47 in 2035. Richard Pryor. Anybody ever heard of Richard Pryor? Check it out. Richard Pryor received the American Comedy Lifetime Achievement Award in 1992. Right? 13 years later, Richard Pryor dies. Coincidence, right? Sidney Poitier received the Barack Obama. Come on, man. They fuck with my computer too. Yeah, they fuck with my computer, as you can see, because they're buffoons and they think that just by fucking with my computer is going to stop me from talking. Yeah, this is bullshit. See that, like literally, they are moving my fucking mouse. You see this? They fuck with my computer, they're my emails, everything is shadow banned. Anything I do, they fuck with my shit. You dig? Like literally, they blocked all of my shit. I can't even send an email to myself. I'm shadow banned. I can't even receive an email from myself from my own emails. And you're watching me just go through a presentation with my hands.
Do you know? Wait a minute. I just found something that's gonna fuck you up.
Well, go ahead. Shoot.
Do you know when Jay-Z's Blueprint album came out?
When?
September 11, 2001.
Same fucking day.
Same fucking day. This is some fluke shit.
Well, remember Jay-Z is the
This
system.
is
Like
some
the reason
fluke
why
shit I just found. Pull it up.
Oh,
They got
yeah.
to see that. They got to see that. They got like.
I'll let them see. I want to show them Sidney Poitier. Awarded 2009 was awarded the President's Medal of Honor, the highest civilian honor in the United States by President Obama. 2009. Sidney Poitier. 13 years later, he died January the 6th, the same day as that thing for the fight with the president, the January 6th thing. He died that same January 6th in 2022, 13 years later. But of course, that's a coincidence. So what I'm trying to say to you is this: they're killing us, man. They're killing us very publicly, and people won't ask questions. And by doing so, they're allowed to kill us. Can you send me the thing from Rumble? Who else did you want me to get into?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't have that. You had it with the brain scan.
I want to jump. I want to jump. I want to jump spaces a little bit to bring up something that I think is very interesting. If anybody's following this gentleman by the name Mr. Ye, this anti-Semitic monster, Ye, understand that. Keep following. Well, first off, no one in the world is buying the story that the system's going and giving us. And the system, because they're cowardice, the system is so stupid, it takes them years to change things. And this is what they've been doing for people for years, since 1918. They've been doing one single play. Well, the system knows it's a reset, but the system is operating as if it's in the old world. So everyone who's listening to this Kanye situation, every single person says, hey, what's going on at Kanye is fucked up. And you know what? Why is it wrong to say the word Jewish? You can say nigger. So you telling me it's okay for people to say nigger on television or on the radio, and they're not anti-African or anti-black or Negro, but just saying the word Jew was just as a simple fucking description. Jew. Ain't nothing bad, nothing good. It's what the fuck you are. But you're telling me just saying it makes me anti-Semitic. Understand that you dumb fucks don't realize that shit don't work no more. Nobody's buying any of that bullshit.
No.
If you cared about anti-Semitism, you probably would take Hitler's statue down in Madame Tussauds in fucking museum.
In Berlin.
They took Kanye's statue down and left Hitler. You dig? The motherfucker who they said killed 6 million people still has a statue in Madame Tussauds museums in Berlin and the UK.
No, they took the one out in UK.
Okay, but they have a picture of, they have a statue of Hitler.
Yep.
And they took Kanye's out. Hitler supposedly killed 6 million people. Kanye ain't killed nothing. So
Nope.
Explain how that makes any fucking sense to you. Dig
That's
it?
right. That's right. And the UK removed Hitler's in 2016 because it was a big hoopla. Some people were really upset when they saw him there. And guess what? If I was a Jewish person, I would be like, well, especially if I'm a Jewish person and I'm looking at the history of the Holocaust and everything, if I'm going to a museum, the last person that I want to see be revered is the figure that is responsible for, my people's death. So understand that Madame Tussauds had Hitler's wax figure in the UK and in Berlin. It's still in Berlin. Kanye only had one wax figure, the one in the UK. Now, let me also say this. They try to play these games and try to act like they're not the same thing. But Madame Tussauds is the same everywhere, wherever you see it. So you can't tell me, oh well, the one in London doesn't have it.
Over there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just because his parents serves baguettes in McDonald's don't still make it McDonald's.
Yeah,
Still McDonald's.
yeah. Last I checked, Kanye ain't killed nobody, and Kanye is now telling people that people in Hollywood are coming up missing.
And people in Hollywood are killing people.
Yeah.
You understand? You gotta have a body to get into the system. And the people in Hollywood are all fake and plastic. So killing something means nothing because they're empty. They're empty and insecure. So, just wanted to bring that
Oh
up.
yeah, and let me show you one other thing. I saw the news the other day, and I saw on Instagram. Instagram put up a post and said, "Lil Baby Day, the official Lil Baby Day. Wait till you see when the official Lil Baby Day is." Okay, so I guess they're not gonna let us open up the email.
They fucking my emails all day.
All right, well, you know what? I can just simply Google it. Lil Baby Day. Now, I don't know who the hell Lil Baby is,
I'm sorry.
but Lil Baby is apparently a very popular rapper. And Lil Baby Day is officially on November 13th.
They marked it.
Now, listen. Lil Baby, be expecting him to be one of your next rappers, just like all the rest of them that are just
And because they niggas, ain't nobody gonna ask no questions.
So understand, Lil Baby, Pay attention. Understand that you are in a city, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia has done so many blood sacrifices you can't imagine. In 1980s, the Atlanta murders and kidnappings, all of that was the system. All of that was the system. You are allowed to kidnap that many children and murder that many children. That is allowed. That is not something that just happens, because you can say anything. If one kid got chicken pox in school, ain't nobody sending that kid to school. All right?
Yes.
So if you telling me there's a murderer out here murdering and kidnapping kids,
Black boys.
the school should be shut down. And everybody should be patrolling, trying to figure out who this person is until they run out of town. That's what's supposed to happen.
What happened with us is in the 80s, we were in Baltimore. So I lived in Baltimore at the time, and Baltimore was 10, 11 hours away from Atlanta. Even though the things were going on in Atlanta, nobody in Baltimore was allowed to go outside.
There
so
you go.
You're telling me that
that's all the way up north.
In Baltimore, 11 hours away from Atlanta, that's practically another country. You're telling me that the kids in Baltimore, the parents in Baltimore was so scared.
I didn't mean to do this, but
the folks in Baltimore were so terrified by all the child murders and kidnapping. See, like, the thing about it is, if you're not 40 years old, they didn't even tell you about this. Atlanta, they murdered so many children in the 80s, all of them, and nobody was ever found. They charged a guy for the murder and put the murder on one guy, even though the murders continued to go on through the trial, and after his trial, they were killing these babies left and right. And everybody knows the FBI, but they killed these babies. We are practicing the FBI and the CIA and our government and
they are the secret society.
They're the ones. They're all participating in sacrifice.
Right.
They're killing us right in front of us.
Yes, the secret societies, you guys, are the ones that are responsible for these murders, which is your FBI, your CIA,
NSA.
your political parties, NSA, all of the governmental agencies that are here supposed to govern you.
Yeah, they're killing us.
Yeah, and let's go back to.
And it's not just America. It's not just America.
Nope.
It's the whole. All of the governments are doing it together.
Yeah, let's go back to Ye. Ye is making awareness that, listen, it is a monopoly taking place in Hollywood. It's a monopoly, and the monopoly is being monopolized by a certain group of people.
And Dave Chappelle says, a group of black people is a gang.
That's right.
A group of Italians is a mob, and a group of Jews is just a coincidence.
Just a coincidence.
You can't even ask a question.
Ever speak about it.
Like, for example, Weinstein. You got anything about Weinstein?
Oh yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein is a guy who's in jail right now for raping many women in Hollywood. And Bill Cosby went to jail for raping many women, drugging and raping many women. And
he was prosecuted for Constance.
Yeah, Constance. We're gonna get into him. Right now, I have up this list of 6. Now, this list of 6 is specifically for Kyrie Irving to be reinstated to be able to play the NBA. Now, I'm sure you all know that Kyrie Irving is a part of the Donda Academy. Ye is his good friend, and the
reason why they hate him is the reason why they
because he said he was a flat earther.
He's a flat earther. That's
he's a flat earther. So he shares information. He's a sharer of information. That's it. Okay, he's not telling anybody to believe anything.
Jeff Bezos is selling the paraphernalia. If you're saying it's anti-Semitic, then Jeff Bezos is an anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that should be taken down off of Amazon's website.
Isn't he selling it?
Kyrie Irving is.
If I sold slaves, ain't I responsible for that?
Absolutely.
Who gets in trouble? The person who posts a picture of a slave,
or the person who purchased a ticket at the movie theater. This is crazy. This is crazy that you can be ostracized for posting a link that you did not create,
right.
You did not produce, you did not finance, and you don't make any money off of. It's just an article. It's just like you sending out one of my videos. So listen, So this is what they want Mr. Kyrie Irving to do after he's already formally apologized for anyone that he possibly have hurt with sending out a link.
So explain the difference between Epstein and Cosby and Weinstein. How Cosby, every piece of Cosby show is gone from the world.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Okay.
So let me get to this list of 6. First, he has to apologize and condemn the movie. Now, he's already apologized. They want him to condemn the movie. Then they want $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes, sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, meet with the ADL Jewish leaders, meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate an understanding, like he's a fucking child.
Understand, Kyrie. You know, and we all know, ain't none of them better than you. No man who ain't better than another man should be able to tell another man what the fuck to do.
There you go.
So you got a bunch of weak gene bitches telling you what to do, and you a god. You better not do that. Let me tell you, Kyrie Irving, if you do any of these things, let me tell you from a man of experience, and I experienced death, betrayal. My mother, her name is Carmel Denise Williams Moore, that lying, disgusting dog of a bitch. My mother set me up. She hit me with the number 62. So what I'm saying is, if you give them what they want, I promise you,
you'll hate yourself.
You're going to hate yourself.
You're going to hate yourself.
You're going to hate
yourself. You're going to hate yourself. So stand in your truth.
I'm 49 years old, and I thank God that I stayed on my path.
But I want you to make note also, Kyrie, that they gave you this list on November 5th. Remember the 5th of November. Okay? You take control and you take the power from that date.
Yeah, because you're going to win.
Don't let them
Your message is way stronger and is going to outlast the shit they try to do. See, the problem is, what people don't realize is blindness. What is preventable blindness, right?
No, just...
Okay. Really quickly, what y'all understand? What I don't understand. The system understands it. The people don't understand it yet. See, I'm getting tortured right now because the people don't understand what gift I've given to humanity. They don't realize that once it's recognized, man, I'm richer than all of them, and I literally gave it away to all of you. Y'all don't know that y'all have an excess of more than $40 trillion in assets that belong to me that I gave away. That's why they need to murder me. You understand? If I give it to you, you don't need them. So kill me so you don't get your gift. But guess what? Don't believe me. But time gonna pass and you'll see. But you gotta understand that vision. I'm an eye person and I'm obsessed with eyes. And anyone who knows me kind of knows that eyes are truly the windows to the soul. Truly the window. So, tell you about it. What people don't talk about and what you don't know. Well, it was the biggest thing in the world. You know how things are the biggest thing in the world is so huge that everybody has to get involved to fix this problem. And then once a nigga outside the system came and fixed the problem all of a sudden disappeared. So let me show you what the problem is on the world that they're not talking about no more, because if they talk about what I fixed, they're going to have to talk about me. And that's the last thing I want to do is tell you that this nigga here who didn't go to school did what none of these dumbass doctors or any of them was able to do, and they went to school for that shit. And I didn't ask them for a dime. I paid for all of it myself. Check it out. Unrefractive error. 2.3 billion people suffer from this shit. 2.3 billion people. 2.3 billion people. It affects more people than anything in the world. Cancer, AIDS, anything. There's nothing that comes close to 2.3 billion people being affected by it. In addition to that, the rest of the 6.8 and the 6.5 billion on this planet, they don't have it now, but they're going to need it later. So they said that by like 2060 or something, everybody in the world is going to be wearing glasses. Except they didn't know that God is God. So when they did that, God sent this crazy black dude a message and showed me how to fix all of it for 10 cents. Fixing worldwide blindness for 10 cents a person. And I gave it away. Not only did I give it away, I supplied 12 separate countries that didn't have any access to any vision, optometry, eyeglasses, eye exam, nothing. I paid for it myself, my own money. So you gotta understand that they tried to murder me. I'm in Mexico hiding. Look at me, man, I'm 135 pounds right now. Man, I walk around at 185 pounds, I'm 135 pounds because I don't have $1 in the bank. They literally stole all of my money, man.
because I'm trying to give humanity something.
No, let's be more
but because
specific.
I look like a nigga, because they keep on calling me a nigga.
No,
they don't listen.
But let's be more specific than you just being a nigga, because you being a nigga is just one aspect of it, a big aspect. But the other aspect of it is because we are whistleblowers, and we blew the whistle on the Jewish doctor that was refusing to see the black inmates and white inmates, because white inmates are in there too. This is not just about black people for us. This is about human life. I swear to God, this ain't got nothing to do with us being black. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to hear us say a lot of things like nigga. You're going to hear us talk about black experience, because we have to live that shit. So that's why we get to talk about it. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see a white man in the cage either. You know, one of the most heartbreaking situations that I ever dealt with when I was working in the prison was not watching a black man suffer. It was watching a young white boy suffer. He was 17 years old. His name is Parker Posey. Parker Posey was a young white boy from South Baltimore, and he was poor. He was poor and he was sick. Parker Posey had stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 cancer, and still robbing motherfuckers. But guess what? Parker Posey is robbing people because Parker Posey don't have a mother. Parker Posey don't have a father. He's out there on the streets, and he need medical attention. So Parker Posey would literally go and commit a crime just to go to jail.
At the scene.
Yeah, just to go to jail so he could get back in jail to get the shitty health care that the jail gives him, because it was nothing on the street. And he came back for the third time one time, and he was really, really bad off when he came back. And he was so pale. He was white as snow, all his hair gone, everything. And I had set up an appointment for him to be seen by the oncology department at the University of Maryland over the weekend. And when I came back to work on Monday, the doctor that I was working with, he came and told me that Parker Posey passed. And I mean, me and the doctor, we literally just cried. We cried in the office because we just watched a child just wither away. Literally, we watched him wither away in our face. And it was one of those situations where it's just like, you can't believe that you're being a part of something. You can't believe what you're witnessing. The brutality, the inhumane disposition that we all seem to have with not seeing people. And that's why it's so important for people to see. You understand that us giving vision to the world raises the frequency on a level that you just can't imagine, because the world has never been able to see all at the same time. So it's a big deal, and you find that the people who are trying to liberate us, i.e. your Santana, aka Can You Dig It? i.e. your yays who are talking about the monopoly that is taking place in Hollywood by a certain group of people. And let me just be very, very clear. Kanye has not incited anyone to do any violence to anyone. Kanye has not said go to any kind of synagogue.
He said let's look at the contracts.
That's all he asked for. All Ye said was, let's look at the contracts.
Why is that so dangerous?
Let's look at the contracts, and let's look at the contracts live so everyone can see.
And that's a man who has nothing to hide. The
reason why we can get online and call Frances Ford a lying, stinking ass, fat piece of shit, and can say that she stole $363,000. We ain't gotta worry about
because she did.
It's true. The reason why I can tell you Mark Alexander Fuller is a gorilla with stinky ass breath and a half a head.
Because we smelled it.
We smelled his breath.
Saw it.
You can smell his breath through the phone. You understand?
But I can say these things about people because it's true and I got proof for
Right.
it. So people say, well, you speaking real reckless. No, I speak reckless because I got so much fucking documentation on
The
these
thing
fucking
about it is,
frauds, man.
there has been no one to say it didn't happen.
No one, listen, no one's even denying anything, my accusations. They're just saying, well, he's a nigga, we're going to take all of his money, and once we take his money, we're going to say, well, take us to court.
And you know what else they're not denying? They're not denying that it's a monopoly of a group of people that are monopolizing Hollywood.
But you
that
cannot
has
say
not
it.
happened yet. Do you understand that all they're doing is fighting and saying you can't say this,
Right.
but no one is saying this isn't true.
Right.
So please pay attention. I want you to go on social media. I want you to look on Instagram. I want you to look on Twitter. I want you to look on
everybody in the world
I want you to
is
look on
following Ye.
YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Go to YouTube and just say, how do people really feel about Ye? They're going to tell you they feel the same exact way because they're having to deal with it on their level. See, Ye is dealing with it on a Hollywood level. But us, we're dealing with it on a state level. We have a
One
person
doctor.
in the state.
One doctor
is
worth all the niggas.
Yeah, one doctor. One instead of just, and then the other thing is, no one was even trying to get the doctor in trouble. All we said was see the patients. But then when the state decides to cover up and delete the records as if it didn't happen, then you know you got a real big problem. And I got to tell you, that is a monopoly, my friend. That's a monopoly, and that's a very, very powerful, powerful entity that could make someone delete how many people's records, honey?
500 patient records.
500 human lives records that are responsible for the state to take care of. They put them there. The inmates don't want to be there. The state put them there. And now they're responsible for them medically.
And then they say the law states because you did X, Y, and Z, the law dictates that you're supposed to be in jail for 3 years, 5 years, whatever the fuck they tell you. They dictate it because of the law. Well, the law states before any of the bullshit laws they made up, the Constitution states our laws. Mm-hmm. Understand that all this shit's unconstitutional. And see, they don't realize that because they stupid and myopic. Myopic is people who can't see far away. They don't see into the distance. They don't understand that. Understand that Santana is on fucking record giving 12 different countries vision access and fixing worldwide blindness in the whistleblower and fighting pedophilia. And we work with homeless shelters. We're on record been doing all this shit for fucking years.
And you want to know what else is on record?
They're going to make sense and they're going to last.
And you want to know what else is on record?
Are fighting against pedophilia. They're fighting against worldwide blindness.
That's
Understand?
right.
My shit, my message. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like my message. The people who are fighting me, you see, I'm tearing their ass down.
But not just that. You're going to also find that the people who are fighting us, all of these people that we're naming, Frances Ford, she's a criminal.
Yeah, she literally.
She gave people fake Botox.
1 month before this disgusting foul bitch stole $363,000 of my checks and deposited them to her own account, which the police refused to prosecute, which the mayor's office, the state's attorney's office refused to prosecute. She did this in December. She was already, the reason why she did is because all these people who do this shit are already
they got legal issues.
She has she was warned by the Florida State Medical Board in the ophthalmology department in Florida.
She can't even practice storing Botox there. She can't even do it there no more.
They told her, hey, listen, we think you selling fake shit. You need to stop. But instead of stopping, she started injecting her patients with fake Botox that she was getting from China. So she got arrested for that. That same fucking month, she stole my money. So they let a criminal steal from me and they won't prosecute her. They keep doing that shit. You're going to find this in the pattern. That's what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer. You're going to find everybody. Yeah. They let criminals do shit to people who they don't like.
They got handlers. Right. This is what they're doing. And understand that Ye is also showing that. Have y'all seen the post from his trainer? Look at this post.
Trainer said he's going to throw him in the middle institution.
Look at this post. Please, y'all. I swear to God. Listen, I am not a groupie. I'm a groupie for Can You Dig It? That is it. But please look at this post from Ye's personal trainer.
So understand that a personal trainer is a fucking personal trainer. They work for you. Listen how comfortable the personal trainer who Ye found out was his implant, because I had a bunch. He's got more than me. Listen what the motherfucker says to you. How he can say these things to you.
see here. Come on, computer. I'm trying to get to the actual text message. Alright, I'm gonna look for it on my phone while Santana brings y'all to something else, because y'all gotta see it. But this guy basically threatened him to get on medication, and if he doesn't get on medication,
he was gonna throw him in
a mental institution.
A fucking personal trainer.
This is the personal trainer.
He gonna put you in a fucking mental institution.
And then come to find out that he's CIA. He's CIA from Canada, and he deals with all these pharmaceuticals and mind control medicines and things like that. So remember when Kanye was saying they had him on so many pills and he couldn't even function? Well, that's the guy. That's the guy who got him on all the drugs. He had to get himself off of the drugs. Like literally, they're drugging the people, and then get to say they're crazy. So it's all a setup. And the fact that we can't even say, hey, you know what?
Oh, no, it's the same thing. It's niggas are cowards. Niggas are bitches. That's why they've been slaves for so long, because there's a set of niggas, our parents. Understand, if you are 45 or 50, your parents, they did that shit to us. They've been lying to us since we was kids. There's a group of niggas that go around, their whole job is just to keep you scared. Like this Booger Wolf Goldberg, that shit with The View, where she got kicked off of The View because she said something they ain't like, and she wouldn't apologize. Y'all gonna find out that Whoopi Goldberg owns the fucking View. The same way with that dumbass buffoon Nick Cannon. He went on there and apologized in front of the people. Well, they did that to let y'all other people know. That's just to scare us. All of them. And Nick Cannon's a bitch. And he's in on it too. Yeah, he just did that just to let other niggas know to keep your mouth shut.
Nope, not just that though. He also did that just to get control of the Nipsey Hussle, of the Dr. Savy documentary that Nipsey Hussle was doing, to put it on the shelf. Understand, we ain't seen nothing.
Put his Jewish Hollywood spin on it now.
We haven't seen nothing, and let me tell you, we know for a fact that he was fake, acting like he was collecting information, because Santana met with Dr. Sabi's wife, I'll try to find the picture.
And Sasa.
Yeah, and Sasa, his son. And when he went to visit them, she was telling him how crazy everything is, because she doesn't typically take pictures with him, but she took a picture with Santana because Santana's Can You Dig It? He's fantastic. Who wouldn't want a picture with him? She took a picture with him, and she was saying that, she has a real difficult time with that, because now she's having so much media come at her, and she had a meeting with Nick Cannon. She had just met with Nick Cannon. He was supposed to be picking up the torch. Remember, isn't that what he said? I'm picking up the torch. Well, you ain't heard nothing about that Dr. Sabi documentary. It's like all the technology that MIT gets to shelf for humanity not to get. So
We'll start another one.
Okay, all right. So I want to give big ups to Dave Chappelle, because he is not a bitch ass.
Hey, Dave Chappelle.
He is not a bitch ass nigga. He has broken the loop.
He broke that shit.
He has taken the power of hip hop back.
Listen, y'all.
He has taken it back.
Well, y'all have time, please. Okay, I'm gonna ask you for
a thing.
I got that one. It's a monologue. I want to show him. When y'all have time, please, I swear to God, it is entertaining. And listen, if you got to go on a plane ride, you're going to be entertained the whole time. It's going to be the shortest plane ride of your life.
Watch the video, that one. It's right there.
Watch this video. I swear to God, you guys are going to be very, very entertained. I go through all the athletes and everything, and I let you see it for yourself.
No, that's not it.
Hi,
I'll put the link in the description of the video.
Watch this video
the
right
Dave
here.
Chappelle, Cat Williams, Russell Wilson, Mark for Death. Watch this video, and you will see that Dave Chappelle saw this goddamn video, and he took the power of hip hop back. Okay?
So, yeah, David Chappelle. Hey man, you my dude. You my dude. You did it. And the thing about David Chappelle is, the reason why David Chappelle is the generational comic. Richard Pryor was our parents and so forth. Eddie Murphy, yep. But Dave, there's no one even close to Dave. Sorry. One. He did. Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, Patrice O'Neal,
Patrice
yes.
O'Neal was the only thing I think close to Dave. That's my
yes.
opinion. But what y'all have to understand about David Chappelle is a genius, man.
Yes, he is.
So David Chappelle understands that because of the Santana effect and his algorithm, he knows that if he is the first to speak out. Instead of them killing him, he elevates to a god. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Dave
Can you
Chappelle,
dig it?
you have been noticed by the gods. And guess what? Because you are number one in the eyes of the gods want you. So you let these dumb, insignificant niggas down here who you're living with, listen, get everybody from around you. I swear to God, my mother set me up. My mother set me up. I had an aunt try to set me up. Like, listen, you think you're safe? You are not safe.
You are not.
You are not.
And now you got a target on your back. But come out, be more vocal about it. But I want to show you guys something. I want to show you the hypocrisy of the state of the world that we are in. Okay? I want you to understand that Ye has not incited anything. He hasn't requested anything from the Jewish community outside of sitting down at a table, sitting with the contracts for the black people and the people who are not black. And let's look at the numbers. And that's all he has requested. And understand that no one has addressed what Kanye is saying. They're only saying that stop saying anything. Now, I want to introduce you people to someone, if you don't already know him.
He's very famous.
His name is Ari Sharif.
Oh, no, do better.
I'm doing that too. Ari Sharif, because this is hilarious, okay? This is hilarious. This is Ari Sharif.
Hello, sir. How are you? Okay. Today?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I'm trying to get a petition going. I'm trying to get Jews to apologize for killing Jesus. So I'm trying to get as many signatures as I can.
So, what is this?
I'm trying to get Jews, yiddle diddles, Hebrews to apologize.
You know what? You're in a Jewish market.
Yeah, I came to find them. They
I'm sorry. What is this?
Are you sorry? That's great. If you could just sign this and say sorry about it.
I did not kill Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, your people did.
Are you for real here?
I mean,
What are you doing in a Jewish market here talking to Jews this way?
Why do you talk like that? Why do all you guys talk like such victims? Like that's what you sound like all the time. All the time.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk to you.
All right, fair enough.
Jesus.
Here, by the way, we're giving away across the street 50% off rhinoplasties. Nose job.
Get out of here.
50% off.
Get away from me.
Real? You don't want 50% off?
No, I don't.
Wow. Hi, how are you?
Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to put this clip in the description, but understand that this is a comedian. This is a comedian, and his entire base of his comedy is based off of shitting on Jewish people. And
to not have.
He literally got a vasectomy. He has no children, and he got a vasectomy because he doesn't even want to he doesn't want to procreate. He does not want to be a part of it at all. Now listen, I am not saying that I would go into a Jewish deli and harass people, because this is definitely harassment. It's hilarious, but my point is, this is harassment. What Ari Sharif did is 100% antagonizing and harassment. And he just came out with a brand new comedy special called Jew. And I haven't heard anything in the tabloids about this guy. Anything. And when I say Ari goes in, Ari Sharif goes in. He puts it all out there. Let me show you something else. Now, you guys are probably aware of this old show, a hilarious show that we all, I'm sure everyone has seen something of this show. I want you to see how they even have it in cartoons, y'all. Okay? This is a cartoon. This is a cartoon.
Hey, sweetie, there's a bunch of people showing up.
I'm trying to get to the part that you
It's near
want.
the end.
theaters. And now, we proud few gather here as a people brought together by its message.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, show that shit. Show
Okay,
that.
here you go.
Fellow fans of Mel Gibson, our numbers have grown, and now together, we have the power to change the world. Now I believe we should take to the streets and march in unwavering support of this important movie.
Whoa, great idea. It'll be like a parade. Good idea.
And as we march for the passion, we should also voice our support. So, when I say, Es ist Zeit zu labern, you all chant back, wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
What does that mean, dear?
Oh, I think it's Aramaic. You know, like in the movie.
Ooh, Aramaic, cool.
Neato. What was our Aramaic line again?
Wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
Wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
Es ist Zeit für Reich.
Wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
Oh, this is fun!
All right, everyone, forward, march. Es ist Zeit für Reich.
Wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
Es ist Zeit für Reich.
Wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
Is that anti-Semitic?
Is this anti-Semitic?
He's literally saying Hitler's speech. He's saying the speech of the Führer.
Wir müssen die Juden ausrotten.
This is the Führer.
Reich.
Is anything more anti-Semitic than that?
Es ist Zeit für Reich.
Let it keep going.
Is anything more anti-Semitic than that?
Oh, what happened? Oh, we must have missed the other part.
No, that was
It went all the way to the end and
We are
stopped.
first going to need more support.
I don't know what
What does that
happened.
mean?
I don't know, but
look,
guess what?
act up, open
That's
up.
enough.
And now,
Seriously, I'm just being real. Like, that's enough. Like, and understand that. I want you to see something else. I want you to understand that they are. This is South Park. South Park is a well-known cartoon all over the world, and South Park. South Park will be marking its return with its 6-episode season on February 2nd, 2022, and available on Comedy Central. So understand that South Park never got taken down.
I never heard of
South Park never even got ostracized for these things. And they are boasting about Hitler. They are talking about gas chambers. They are saying, you stupid Jew, you stupid Jew, you stupid Jew. They are saying all kinds of crazy rhetoric on this cartoon. I gotta find this one, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta hear this.
And let me be very, 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 very clear. Please use your higher frequency to watch what you're seeing.
Yeah, no, we are showing the hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy.
What I explain is, they want people to be mad at Jews, and it's not fair. It's not right. They give different groups different things. Niggas.
what?
They give niggas control over the drugs. They give the Italians control over the crime. They give the Russians control over the prostitution. They give the Jewish folks control over the media. So understand, there's only a couple of them.
I see two guys
It's
inside
100
can't have Sarah Peterson's dog, you stupid Jew. Alright, that does it.
There you go. You understand that they get to say whatever they want on this cartoon.
So I want them to get Kyrie. I want them to send this to Kyrie Irving's attorney and explain why that they can say these vulgar
Be very
things.
nice to our new student.
You
Kyle,
understand?
why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Where should I sit?
Like,
On with our lesson about the...
A wooden dice all that are available. I usually prefer the plastic ones because these give me splinters.
I'm sorry, Kyle, you just have to make do. Now let's get back to the
Is it
lesson.
cold in here? I realize we're in the mountains, but do we have to freeze today?
Now, Kyle, I need you to be quiet. In my class, you need to be able to concentrate. Concentration is the key to succeeding in my class.
Maybe we'll have to send him to concentration camp. Damn it! Cartman!
What?
I just found out that in World War II, some Jewish people were sent to concentration camps. Yeah, they were, Cartman. Oh, and see, I didn't realize that. But I understand now how you might have thought what I said in the classroom was a racial slur. But see, I had no idea. You did too. You're so full of crap. No, I'm seriously. because I was talking to Craig, and Craig was all like, "Hey, did you know that in World War II they really had concentration camps?" And I was all like, "No way!" And this little light went on in my head, like, "Oh man, no wonder Kyle thought what I said in the class, see, was directed at his cousin." But I was literally talking about a concentration camp, where you go for a week to learn and focus. Oh man, what a misunderstanding, huh?
You blew the deal, Cartman.
God damn it, give me another chance.
Nuh-uh. I knew you were gonna make fun of my lame cousin, so I offered you the $40 not to rip on him. You ripped on him, deal's off.
You did what? Oh no. Haha, serves you right, asshole. You paid your friends to not make fun of me?
Look, it's not because anything's wrong with you.
Wow, you think it takes $40 to get people to like me?
Kyle, I'm sorry.
Because, I really think you could have done it for about $12.50.
What?
Well, you didn't just start at 40, did you? You gotta lowball these things so you have a place to go. Dude.
Okay, we're gonna leave you with that. So I want you to understand. This is the devil the game plays.
Yep.
The devil picks a select few from any group. They have a select group of cowardice niggas. Let's say 30. A select group of niggas who want to rape and rob and kill and who are allowed to do so. A select group of niggas who can sell drugs. They got a select group of Italians who can move weight and they don't get touched. They got a select group of Russians that can pimp prostitutes. They put these different things on different people so then you can target them and say, look, they're doing it. Well, understand that the people who are rich in America who are Jewish faith, the richest ones, you're going to find that it's a lot. It's a couple, but you compare them to the number of people of Jewish descent that's here, you're talking the people who are richest, less than 1% of the Jewish faith who was rich like that.
Yeah, I think they're only like, what, 2 point something percent
they're only
of the
2%,
population?
They're only 2% of a population as a people.
Right.
But what I'm saying is 1% of the Jews, the top tiers of the Jews is that 1%. The rest of them are living just like us.
Yep.
But because they put that face on that it's a Jew, you attack and you think it's a Jew. Well, it's not. It's just they're the ones.
It's the sector. It's sectors.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
sectors within all
When
cultures.
y'all come to Mexico, y'all don't see the same. Everywhere in the world, they get sectors. They let them to create this shit. So what I'm saying is, when you're watching this, understand what's really taking place, and don't jump on a bull wagon and start talking about Jew, or nigga.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Understand the real play is that yes, all of the media is being controlled by the Jews because that is what's been handed to them. The same way that when interest was illegal and it's outlawed by the Islams, they made the Jews take over the banking. So the Jews hold the banking. Now, is it everyone? No. Of
course not.
5 of them who own all of them. The same way it's one nigga in California, Dr. Dre, who owns Death Row, and all the dumb niggas who do the dumb shit and allowed to get away with it. But when you look at crime and thug, you think of a nigga. When you think of a terrorist, you think of somebody with a bandana. When you think of media, they want you to think of Jew. So I want you, when people say Jew, I want you to replace that word with terrorist. Not because terrorist is Jew, that's because that whenever you see a person in
freaking terror.
Whenever you see a person who's Muslim, only Muslims are terrorists.
Only Muslims are terrorists.
So I want you to understand the same thing.
You understand
that? Don't beat up on Jewish people. Beat up on the individuals.
Yes,
Don't go after the whole people. Go after the individuals. Name them. It's only 10 of them.
And let me tell you why you got to
10.
do this. The reason that you have to go after the individuals and you have to label individuals properly and not just groups of people is because you have incidents like what happened in Vegas when you have someone that sprays fire on a whole concert and kills 500, killed 200 or something like that. It was an astronomical number of people who just were going to go see a country festival concert and they ended up murdered. And this man was not considered a terrorist. He was mentally ill because he was just a white man. But if he was Muslim with a turban, he would have been a terrorist.
And the same with Jews.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But Kanye said Jews because it had to be still said.
Can you dig and understand?
It still has to be said.
The reason why this is allowed to go on is not because of Kanye West.
No.
Or because of Kyrie Irving or anything that's going on.
These are scapegoats.
The reason why this is allowed to take place is because of you. You are a hypocrite. You. All of you are hypocrites. Understand that when I was in elementary school, I was in a black neighborhood and I had to go to a white school. I was 8 years old and I thought I was the fastest person in the world. And all the folks from my neighborhood was like, white boys can't fight. White boys ain't fast. White boys can't fight. They can't fight. They can't run. I went to school with that attitude because they told me white boys couldn't run. They wasn't fast. They couldn't fight. And they told me white girls had flat asses. That's what they said. I go to school. I get in a race with this white boy named Jamie Habercorn.
It's true story.
Listen, Jamie Habercorn, I got in a race. That motherfucker smoked me. I went home.
White boys can run. They can run.
I was like, that's a lie. You understand? As a child, I was able to rationalize. Like, wait a minute, that is a lie. So as a child, I knew not to look at a group and look at the motherfucker.
Yep.
Jamie Habercorn, that motherfucker was fast. I was faster than the rest of them, but he was faster than me. I had to go and find another nigga to race with. Jamie Habercorn was fast as shit. So what I'm saying is,
stop the hypocrisy.
When you go along and say the blacks or the Jews or the Muslims, you're going along with it.
Yep.
You need to speak directly to the individual motherfucker.
Yep.
That person. Because understand, that person is the gatekeeper for that job and that position. And when you murder that person, no one's going to want to take their place because they saw what you did to them. And when I say murder them, when you expose them, it's their birthday because you give them a rebirth. That person who they pretended to be is dead and everybody sees that. So it's a birthday for them. Can you dig it?
So this is our declaration to stop hypocrisy. Okay, I'll give you a couple of scenarios. That's right. I'll give you a couple of scenarios for you to just take for some food for thought. J.P. Morgan closed out Kanye West bank accounts when he made the anti-Semitic comment that didn't really happen. But Jeffrey Epstein, the world's most prolific,
I love that word. Say it again.
Prolific
I love women saying
pedophile.
That's right.
In the entire planet that we know of. He died wealthy with all his assets, and come to find out that his funds were even being funneled through the FXP Ponzi scheme. FTX Ponzi scheme going on in the Bahamas today.
And the Ukraine.
Today. And it's connected to Ukraine.
That's where all the money's going.
All the money is being filtered through there. He was the second biggest donor to the Democratic Party. The guy, what is it?
FTX.
FTX. He was the second biggest donator to the Democratic Party.
The Biden administration is that money they send into Ukraine. They're sending it down to the Bahamas to this guy who's a Bitcoin guy, and they're laundering it because what they try to do was they're trying to crash America, and our system has agreed that they're going to Ukraine. They're not caring about none of us. They don't care about black, white, Jew, Spanish, Christian, fag. They don't care.
No.
They're killing all of us because they're trying to go to Ukraine.
Yes.
The Ukraine war, anyone who really, really reads and fucking studies and don't listen to the TV, you will understand the Ukraine war. You're past it. Ukraine war took place in 2014. Look for yourself. Call me a liar. I dare you. That war, Ukraine was overthrown in 2014. What you're seeing is a build-up of them trying to colonize that for this system. This system is burning and crashed, and that's why Joe Biden and Hunter Biden is over in the Ukraine, because they're setting up new America in the Ukraine. If they set up new America, that means old America got to die. So what I'm saying is, judge the individual.
That's right.
You judge each individual. If you can just promise yourself to judge each individual, all this is broke. Because when somebody says, well, you know, black men don't take care of their children, well, when you know that there is a black man in the world taking care of his child,
don't say all black men do it.
That's not true.
Right. That's
why I learned it said white boys can't run. And Jamie Habercorn came with some dusty ass shoes, and he smoked
your ass. And I'm gonna give you another.
I want to rematch Jamie Habercorn.
I'm gonna give you another scenario. Weinstein and Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby went to jail for raping women. Harvey Weinstein is in jail for raping women. Bill Cosby's show got pulled from syndication.
From the whole world.
From the entire world. The Cosby Show is gone. The beautiful message showing two successful professional parents, black parents with beautiful black children going to college, doing everything. That was taken away from the planet. But all of Harvey Weinstein's films are still on Netflix.
Wait a minute, you talking about Django, Pulp Fiction, nigga, Django, nigga, calling people niggas.
Yeah, none of his stuff got touched.
Is that anti? Wait a minute. So can we say how is they allowed to say nigga? Because we niggas and the niggas are part of it. And the niggas are part of it.
That's right.
So understand that the black establishment, 100% of the black establishment is your enemy. All the Hollywood niggas and bitches are your enemy.
Let me give you another one to think about. Another situation. R. Kelly and Roman Polanski. Two men who are supposed to be prolific pedophiles. Roman Polanski used to take shit. Where is he, in France? Where is he? He's overseas and he's making movies still. You know what? Let me just look up when the last time he won an Oscar or something.
Yeah, so he's traveling the world.
Yeah, and R. Kelly is in jail getting eaten alive by the media.
The television put R. Kelly in jail.
Yep. The media, the same thing that Ye is talking about, the same thing that's trying to control the narrative and make it seem like the whole world is appalled and want him and Kyrie Irving to do all these things to get back in the public's good graces. Well, guess what? You go on Instagram, you go on Twitter, you go on any social media, anything.
Everybody.
The people do not feel like the media feels.
Nobody feels that way.
No one. Only the media feels that way.
The who says something are getting torched.
Yep.
Like Noriega. That dumb nigga, that was dumb as fuck. Because guess what? That dumb nigga don't realize that little bit of money he got coming in right now is only last for a couple 6 months. And then he's done forever. He's got to start his life over at 50 because of what he did.
Roman Polanski received an Oscar in 2003 for The Pianist.
So once you see...
But wait a minute.
Show when he was convicted.
What was The Pianist about?
Jewish people. The Holocaust. So when was Roman Polanski convicted? So let the world know that this pedophile...
I don't even think I think he flew. Like he fled.
He fled.
He fled. He did not even stay. He was allowed to flee the continent.
25 years and still making movies and still getting awards. And he's a fugitive for raping a girl.
And let's not also forget that he was also Sharon Tate's husband, the woman who was pregnant, who got killed
with Charles Manson
by the Manson family.
Exactly.
Okay? So let's not forget that guy is attached to a whole lot of fucked up shit.
Yes, let me be the first. The first. I will be the first.
And I apologize, honey. You were right. Polanski pleaded guilty to 1 count of unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor for statutory rape in August 1977 and fled to France.
You understand? So a man raped a girl in America. They let him go to France and keep making movies. He's making movies till to the fucking death.
That's right.
You dig?
And got an Oscar for what movie?
Pianist.
And what was that about again?
Holocaust. So what I'm trying to say is this: that media didn't arrest that rapist who pled guilty for rape. That media allowed him to make movies beneficial to make them look a particular way. So what I'm saying is this.
Let's put his face up there.
Definitely
I want to make sure that you guys are familiar with, because I know y'all know what R. Kelly looked like, because R. Kelly's in the articles every day.
Yeah, y'all know what his face look like.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and
understand that the television is your enemy. Treat everybody individually. The people who I hate the most are black. The person who I hate the most, the 3 people who I hate the most and have wished death on are black. White people fight with white people. Everybody fight with people who's around.
That's right.
The reason why they're able to do these things is because everyone has a different frequency and different communities have different frequencies. So when a white person does something to a black person, because the frequency is unfamiliar, it feels like racism.
Oh, wait a minute. I apologize, honey. Look how old the little girl was that Roman Polanski got to rape and go to France.
11-year-old girl.
13.
Oh, yeah, 13. Of course. It was
13.
It was a sacrifice. We got to find out from the girl. We got to find where the girl is.
Yeah.
So what I'm simply saying is we're gonna get off this thing. We're gonna get off this thing.
Yeah. So
we gotta start another one.
We wanted you guys to know that I want you to take a look at Dante's Inferno and see what was at the lowest depths of hell. Who you will find in the lowest depths of hell are who, honey?
The frauds and hypocrites.
The frauds and hypocrites are the lowest.
And hell ain't even hot. The lowest part of hell is freezing. And the devil is in the bottom pit of the lowest part of hell, and it's freezing because he's flapping his wings, and people are stuck in ice for an eternity. You dig? So watch Dante, when you have time, Dante's Inferno. But I want to give a shout out to Mr. Chris DeBacca. Mr. Chris DeBacca of the Mark Brown Law Group in Missouri, and Laura Brown of the Mark Brown Law Group in Missouri. Understand that I fix worldwide blindness. This is going to come out eventually, and the words I say are going to come out eventually. I know that. I just got to play the long game. But when it comes out, Chris DeBacca, my patent attorney, you piece of shit, the system's breaking. So the shit that you did to me, you and Laura Brown, for Mr. Mark Brown's Missouri law practice that you guys work at, I want you to understand that I swear to fucking God, you're going to wish you didn't do that to me. I guess what? I'm a smart guy. I'm an inventor, and I got some money, but I'm a nigga from the streets. I came up through everything that everybody else went through. Bigotry, niggerdom, every fucking thing everybody else went through, except I never, ever got in trouble. I worked at the Department of Justice for 13 years because I've been and seen some things. So what you did to me, that was fucked up. That's some shit you do to a person who ain't from the streets and who ain't come up poor and don't understand the system. But I'm going to let you know, I'm going to fuck y'all up. I'm going to make your lives, you're going to have to change your name. And Chris DeBacca had a son named Nate DeBacca. He cursed his son with his name. So you got to understand that Nate DeBacca is going to know that his father is a piece of shit and literally was fighting against pedophilia. He was fighting on the side of the pedophiles. Chris DeBacca fights on the side of pedophiles, and he fights on the side of women being pregnant in prison, and he's defending people being blind, and he's keeping people blind. Chris DeBacca. It's going to show up. It's going to come out. And you dumb pieces of dumb fuck don't realize myopia is nearsightedness. You can't see the distance. People aren't looking into the future. You don't realize the message you're a part of is the worst message in history. And you attached to it Chris DeBacca and Laura Brown of Mark Brown Legal Firm in Missouri. If you are a client of those, or you ever need a patent attorney in your Missouri, never use Mark Brown, Laura Brown, or Chris DeBacca. They are all crooks. And they're attorneys. So can't they get me for defamation of character? So let me tell you about this. Chris DeBacca is a bitch. He's a fraud. He did something illegal towards his client. I got a contract in India to do all the glasses in India, and my patent attorney Chris DeBacca told me to abandon my India patent. Why the fuck, if I'm doing all my business in India and I have a patent there that's pending?
Because he's a liar.
Of course, but whole point. I'm gonna do a whole video for you, Chris DeBacca, you bitch, and wait till the fuck I see you. Wait till the fuck I see you, because you ain't deal with me. Understand? I ain't no corporate nigga that's just gonna write a letter to you. Nigga, I goes and sees people and have a conversation with them. Man, you're gonna have a conversation. I swear to God on your life. I swear to God on your life. We're gonna have a face-to-face conversation with the fuck you did. I promise you. I swear to God on your life. Matter of fact, you can bring Nate DeBacca. So let's close off on that, because we'll get into the other one. And you know what, Chris DeBacca? Let's start the new video about your bitch ass. I'ma get you, you bitch. Laura Brown. Listen, play what they do. My attorney, I'ma get this. Listen. DeBacca, we're going to see each other face to face. I swear to God. Look at me in my face. And I want you to understand, Chris DeBacca. I swear to God. You're going to see me face to face. I swear to God on my soul. You and I are going to be close as fuck. That little thing you played? Cool. You played your shot. Why don't you understand something? I'm about to throw a shot to you. Shots fired. You threw your shot, cool. You betrayed your client and you stopping worldwide blindness, that's cool. But Nate DeBacca gonna know what the fuck you did, you bitch. So, in closing, we're gonna go and start another video, and we're gonna make Chris DeBacca the title and the subject of this video. Because Chris DeBacca, you a bitch, and what you did, just listen, man. Y'all thought I was a corporate nigga because I'm nice. Guess what? I'm a nice guy. That's just who I am. But you don't know the other side. You want to know up close and personal other side, motherfucker, for what you did, because that affects my children. And understand the rules of this motherfucking plane. If you fuck with somebody's child, there's nothing that can't happen to you, Chris DeBacca. The whole world. Anybody fucks with anybody's child, there's nothing that cannot happen to them. Nothing. So you keep that in mind, Mr. Chris DeBacca. And anyone else in the world who wants to poison children and do things like that.
There's nothing that cannot, and not cannot, but will not. There's nothing that will not happen to you for what you've done and what role you've played in these dastardly acts. Chris DeBacca, you bitch. Wait till the fuck I see you. Wait till I see you. Guess what? You gonna love me in person because, man, I get so sexy in person, up close and personal. Wait till I see you, DeBacca. So, I'm gonna say this in closing. Judge people individually. I'm not calling my attorneys Jewish pieces of shit or white pieces of shit. Chris DeBacca is a cowardless, dickless piece of shit. So I'm talking about him. And I'm letting him individually know that because you did something disgusting and foul to me, my family, and my boy, that you are on a very seductive list that you will never get the fuck off, Chris DeBacca. So try to get... We're going to start the new video. I'm just letting you know, guess what? You've been seen. Everybody's going to see you. But guess what? An event's going to happen very, very soon. And I get to leave out of this little cage that I've been stuck in for the past year. And guess what? You're going to see something fantastic, Chris DeBacca. You get to talk to me face to face. And I don't believe in violence. I renounce violence. So we're going to have a nice face-to-face conversation, DeBacca. Face-to-face. Peaceful. I'm going to be peaceful as fuck when I see you. I'm going to be peaceful as fuck when I see you.
We'll do it live.
No. We'll have to do that. It's going to be peaceful as fuck. Is that it? How do we close this thing? I'll just stop this thing.
You gotta hit the red button at the bottom.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sorry. Everybody, I'm sorry if I've offended you by my anger.